everybody, and welcome to the 55th Annual Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade. This year we are celebrating 55 years of helping local kids. I'm Allison Ash, and this is my friend Garth Wyckoff.
So good to be back here with you again, Allison, and I'm looking forward to this wonderful community event. Great turnout. We have about 100 entries in the parade, and that will encompass local dignitaries, marching bands, equestrian units, and so much more. And I'm very much looking forward to and excited to see our themed Grand Marshal, Christine Devine.
She is great. Something else that is always great here in Garden Grove is the strawberry.
Oh, indeed.
Strawberry Festival is all about celebrating that strawberry. This year along the parade route we have Lou Stowers. He's going to be doing one-on-one interviews with some of our celebrities and also some local VIPs. Let's head out to Lou now. Hey, Lou.
That's right, Allison and Garth. The 55th Annual Strawberry Festival Parade is more than just this parade this weekend and the beautiful festival that's being put on by the association, which does so much to help local kids in our community, and that is the theme. They put together a special day for special needs kids. Seniors are honored for helping each other in community service. Oh, those great tiny tots, they steal the show. And that cake, oh my goodness, that cake. Our special report begins with Nguyen.
These special kids have waited for this day all year. Students from the Garden Grove and surrounding school districts were invited.
Super excited. There's screams and clapping, and they ask me about it every single day.
Over 2,000 special needs kids were given VIP treatment here at this festival today. They were given free rides, food, and a good time.
I want to fly a big fly. I want to ride a Ferris wheel.
Do you have any favorite rides or anything?
The bumper cars.
The bumper cars? Why do you like the bumper cars?
Because they're fun to drive.
A day like this was made possible by the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Association and 250 volunteers.
Special Children's Day is designed for children who are physically and mentally challenged, who would not be able to enjoy the festival on another day because of the crowds or the noises or not physically being able to get onto the rides.
These hungry students ended their fun day with free hot dogs, ice cream, and lemonade. Natalie Flores' mom says she's thankful to the association for inviting her daughter and friends.
She's very happy. She's enjoyed the rides. She looked very, very happy today.
It's something that we do to give back to the community, and especially these special kids.
And now Lou Stowers has more Strawberry Festival fun.
Thanks, V. The 38th anniversary Strawberry Ball began with a procession of the past kings and queens of the ball, the Royal Crowns, at the H. Lewis Lake Senior Center, introduced by Master of Ceremonies Charles Khalil. This year's recipients are King Nelson Burke of the Garden Grove Elks Lodge number 1952 and Vera Hammer from the H. Lewis Lake Senior Center. After the coronation of the royal couple, Vera Hammer said being named Queen of the Ball is an unexpected honor.
There are so many wonderful volunteers, and so I was quite surprised. It keeps me living. It keeps me going. I do it for me as much as for the seniors.
King Nelson Burke, an Army veteran who served in Vietnam, said it's a privilege to serve the community.
It's an honor to be the king of the Strawberry Festival Ball. But again, I think I accept this award on behalf of all the volunteers in the community of Garden Grove.
Long live King Nelson and Queen Vera at the 55th Strawberry Festival. And over at the Festival Amphitheater, future kings and queens were too cute and as sweet as strawberry cake. Boys and girls aged 3 to 6 years old were asked questions by Miss Garden Grove Missy Mendoza for a chance to win a trophy, carnival rides, and a ride on the float during the parade. 4-year-old Damian Facio sported a mohawk, while 4-year-old Julianne Rock showed us some real talent. Then Missy Mendoza announced the winners to an anxious crowd.
So the Tiny Top King of 2013 is Josiah. I won trophies.
Yeah?
Have pink shoes and I have a strawberry on my face.
Missy Mendoza said she is proud to contribute to this year's theme of helping local kids.
there's so many people who are volunteering and they're not getting paid for it at all. And I think the world needs to realize just how awesome Garden Grove is and just what we can provide for the community.
Trinity and JoJo then helped each other off the stage to begin their reign as king and queen of Tiny Tots, but not before a few rides and some strawberry cake. And it wouldn't be a strawberry festival without this big cake. 6 layers and 30 separate sheets make up this mountain of a strawberry festival shortcake deliciousness. Is it good?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
It melts in your mouth.
In case you haven't been tuning in, that's Savannah Paige Ray and her sister Emily Evan from the NBC show Parenthood.
Start of the 2013 55th Annual Garden Grove Strawberry Festival.
Mayor Pro Tem Dina Nguyen and Festival President Mark Mahoney wield the big strawberry, and Mike Fedderson keeps everyone on their toes at the microphone. After the formalities, it's time to dig in.
I think it's delicious. I love strawberries, and this is probably fantastic free cake. I mean, what can get better than that?
Councilman Christopher Fawn seems to be everywhere getting cake to the masses. Miss Garden Grove Missy Mendoza served some cake, and the Gardettes pitched in, making sure everyone got a piece of the strawberry treat. Miss California Leah Cecil and Assemblyman Travis Allen accurately exchanged a friendly bite.
You can see all the work that's gone into this. The people that run this are absolutely passionate about it. And what I really like is that not only is it our history and our heritage, but all the proceeds raised are going to go to local charities too.
If you care to find me, look to the western sky.
Oh, and did we mention the Ray girls can sing?
I'm through with playing by the...
McKenna Grace from Disney's live-action comedy Crash and Bernstein says her current favorite is
the cake. But I bet the rides are going to be my favorite part.
The theme of the festival is celebrating 55 years of helping local kids. Actress Daphne Blunt has her own favorite charities.
Well, I am a really big supporter of Alex's Lemonade Stand and also Children Mending Hearts, which is it helps underprivileged kids. And then Alex's Lemonade Stand raises money for childhood cancer.
Well-known actor and Grand Marshal James Hogg couldn't resist the cake's charms. And Ant Farm Sierra McCormick laid some high fives on her Gardette fans to kick off the 55th Garden Grove Strawberry Festival in style. And the cake, Allison, those were 30 sheet cakes, and on top of those, each one of those cakes, 240 strawberries. That's not including the strawberries that were mixed into the batter, a secret family recipe from Mariana Gonzalez in the family-owned French's Bakery in Costa Mesa. The strawberries were blended into that sponge cake. Also, that's a whipped cream icing on top of there. And in the center, oh, Bavarian cream. Allison, you would love that Bavarian cream.
All right, and thank you, Lou. Boy, that strawberry shortcake sounds good, and I am happy to say we are seeing the opening banner. It says the annual Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade.
The annual tradition continues here in Garden Grove. 55 years and counting. It's hard to believe this started way back in 1958 with the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce, and here we are today enjoying the sunshine on Memorial Day weekend, the annual tradition of the Strawberry Festival Parade occurring on Saturday of Memorial Day weekend.
So much fun for those kids to start off the parade. They've got big smiles on their faces.
Quite an honor for these young ones, as you mentioned. You know, this is all about community and neighborhood, so to have these kids out here representing our local Boys and Girls Club, carrying our welcome banner is quite a thrill for them. And of course, if you don't have a strawberry painted on your cheek, you're just not invested into the parade. And there is the El Monte Mounted Police. And this unit is comprised of civilian volunteers and sworn officers under the direction of Lieutenant D. Vautrin. They are dedicated to improving the lives of residents of El Monte and its sister cities. And get this, Allison, the members of the unit want to wish everyone a very safe and wonderful time at the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival.
All right, and here we have the Santiago High School Band. Santiago High School Cavaliers. They are under the direction of Troy Trimble. Bearing the colors. They've got the purple. Leading the band today is drum major Eric Saros and assistant drum major Chris Limon. Let's take a listen. like a marching band.
They sound great, and oh, look at this beautiful float working its way down the route, and that is Miss Garden Grove and her court. And on the float is Miss Garden Grove, Missy Mendoza, and Garden Grove's outstanding teen, Karina Valdez. Also riding on the float are Princess Julia McCurdy, Christy Genta, and Robin Suarez, and Teen Princess Peyton Rice and Isabel Garcia. And you know they are very happy and pleased and looking beautiful in their strawberry red dresses.
They got the beauty queen wave down. They got that wave.
This is pretty cool. The Miss Garden Grove Scholarship Pageant has provided thousands of scholarship dollars for young women between the ages of 17 and 24 for over 50 years, and now sponsors a teen competition for girls between the ages of 13 and 17.
Look at the smiles on their faces. And here comes a VIP here in Garden Grove. That is Mayor Bruce Broadwater, and it looks like he's riding with his grandchildren. He's very proud of those kids. And what kind of car is that, Garth?
Oh, you got me on the spot already with my cars. It's Bill's 58.
It's
I know
Bill's
that.
58.
It's a 58 Ford Fairlane or something like that, I believe. Fairlane?
Fairlane.
I can't remember, but I love the lines. But that's a happy family there riding along.
Supporting the Angels.
Oh, got to go Halos. Ed Arnold would be very proud to see that jersey.
Preston, Lexi, and Jeremy Jr. are the three grandchildren riding with him today. Let's go back out to Lou Stowers and see what the mayor has to say.
Mayor Bruce Broadwater is coming up with us now in this beautiful Ford here. It's a beautiful Ford Fairlane. And Mayor Broadwater, Army veteran, 7th term as a mayor, and how important is the parade to small business here in Garden Grove?
Oh, they love it. I mean, you know, it picks them up, brings them downtown. It's good for them.
And how's the family here?
Excellent. I mean, you can't ask for more than that I've got. So.
and you got the kids, helping the kids is the theme this year. How are we doing with that?
We're doing great with it. Garden Grove is a city for children. There's no two ways about it.
You going to go for an 8th term?
Oh, I don't know. We'll find that out when time comes.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Mayor Broadwater with us here on, we'll go back to Allison and Garth.
How you doing, guys? Looking good.
This really is a wonderful community event. And you talk about the charity component of this. They've raised over $4.5 million in the last 50 years, Allison. So this really is about the community raising funds and giving back.
And look, here comes the Bolsa Grande High School Band rounding the bend now.
Marching Matadors are under the direction of John Miller and led by senior drum majors Alicia Lopez and Elizabeth Lopez. And I believe joining the Marching Matadors this year are the Jordan Jaguar Band from Jordan Intermediate School. So pretty cool to have a combination with the Bolsa Grande Marching Matadors.
Now, I'm pretty excited to see what they're going to be performing here. They're going to do some Gangnam Style.
Absolutely. Of course, PSY, the YouTube sensation. Everyone knows how to get your Gangnam Style on. Now, if you could do the dance and march at the same time, I'll be thoroughly impressed. But
and it's hard to do that and continue playing, too.
I don't think you could. I don't think you could bust the PSY move. But here they come, and they are very animated. And, oh, they are getting their groove on. Are you going to sing it?
No.
You're not going to do it?
No, I don't do that. I don't do that. That is great. It's always fun to see how they change it up year after year. Sometimes it's just straight marching band, and sometimes you gotta get a little Gangnam.
You gotta get a little Gangnam for sure, and they're doing it, and they're busting some moves. So let's listen in to the Bolsa Grande Marching Matadors. That's awesome. And some folks along the parade route are really getting into it. Saw a couple people getting up and dancing along with them.
Hey, I'm really getting into it.
It's the drums that always do it for me, Allison. Once you hear the rhythmic beat of the drums of the marching band, you know you're at a parade. And followed by the cheer squad, that helps as well.
All right, and here we have Mayor Pro Tem Dina Nguyen coming down the parade route. She was elected to the Garden Grove City Council in November of 2006 and then re-elected in 2010. She was a commissioner on the Garden Grove Neighborhood Improvement and Conservation Commission. She also attained an 18-year legal career with the Orange County Superior Court. Riding with her is her husband and her kids.
And looking sharp and looking good in that white Cadillac fun car, as I read the license plate. It's an Eldorado, I believe. But then again, I could be wrong.
All right.
All right, this is the St. Olaf Preschool. First time in the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade. And the director of the group is Karen Wishart and Pastor Tony Shear. And Pastor Tony is dressed up like a pirate. We might have just seen him going through. There he is. And guess what? They will be singing Yo, yo, yo,
Yo
ho,
ho,
yo,
yo ho, a Christian life for me.
Thank you, because I could not get it out. This is a pretty good group, though. They're St. Olaf's Preschool and School Age Child Care programs have been serving the community of Garden Grove for over 42 years. They provide loving Christian care for children 18 months to 14 years of age, and they're having a lot of fun. Yo ho, a Christian life for me.
Okay, now here are some local heroes headed our way. This is Garden Grove Public Works. Now these are the people who keep the roads repaired, keep the trees trimmed, keep the water flowing. These people keep Garden Grove running, and they deserve our praise and our applause as they come down the parade route, maintaining streets, the parks, the sewers, so many things that we just take for granted every day. So Garden Grove Public Works is coming down the road now. It says Friday Night Lights, flag, football, and cheer.
Supporting that's awesome. And yeah, can't thank them enough. I mean, the sidewalks, when they need to get fixed, if there's a crack or uneven edge, they take care of all the good things in the community, keeping us safe, even removing that unwanted graffiti. Jobs never done for the Public Works Department. Great job by them. Thumbs up.
All right, we're seeing a cavalcade of cars coming our way, and one of them contains Council Member Steve Jones. There he is. There's Steve Jones. He got out of the car, number 10 there.
Stretching his legs. Mr. Jones was appointed as City Council member in April of 2007, elected in November 2008. Prior to joining the City Council, he served as a Garden Grove Planning Commissioner from 1999 to 2007.
Got a ball there.
Born and raised local product. And that was the vehicle he was riding in, but once again, raised in Garden Grove, went to high school here, so great to see one of our locals on the City Council.
Okay, we've got Councilmember Chris Funn coming down the parade right now. There he is, waving the flag, smiling, having a good time.
He was elected to the Garden Grove City Council in 2012, Allison. An attorney by profession, Councilmember Fan currently serves as Orange County Deputy District Attorney, in addition to a United States Navy Judge Advocate General Corps Officer and a university law professor. A very busy and very bright man, and proud to be here today. A native of Vietnam, he has been a resident of Garden Grove for 4 years and has maintained active involvement in this community.
And right behind him, the United States Vietnamese American Veterans Alliance. They've got all kinds of military vehicles. They go by the name of VAFA, and their mission is to give professional development, mentorship, enhanced camaraderie, and networking for current and former Vietnamese American service members of the U.S. Armed Forces. They do a lot of fundraising and just being supportive of those who fought alongside the Americans in the Vietnam War, made great contributions during that war.
It's great to have them out here this year and all that they do and their support, and we certainly appreciate it, admire and respect them. Here comes Garden Grove City Council member Chris Beard. And Chris holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science from the University of California, Santa Cruz, along with graduate studies in Public Administration from California State University, Long Beach. Worked for the County of Orange, currently as an administrative manager He is a recipient of the Director's Award from the County of Orange and Distinguished Service Award from the City of Signal Hill.
That is a sweet ride, too. You're calling the cars here. Is that a Cadillac? It's got fins.
It does have fins, although I'm not real sure. And once again, I'm stumped, Allison. No one ever said I was a gearhead, but I can't tell if it's an Olds or a Chrysler.
It's a beauty. There she is, Christine Devine.
Our themed Grand Marshal, Christine Devine. She is obviously well respected in the community, a veteran television news anchor, reporter, and producer, affiliated with KTTV, Fox 11, and KCOP Channel 13. She's won 16 Emmys.
Wow.
And she's won the prestigious Governor's Award, and she was named by Los Angeles Magazine among the 50 women changing LA. And of course, she's well known as the Wednesday's child reporter, and they have done that adoption segment for many years on Fox for 18 years and helped more than 450 foster care children find forever families. Looks like our good friend Lou is down there with our themed Grand Marshal, Christine Devine. Take it away, Lou.
And coming up to see us is Christine Devine from Fox 11 News and My 13 News. How are you, Christine?
How are you?
A BFF on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, that's great. Which one?
Which one? At Lou Stowers. That's
Fabulous.
That one. That's
nice
right.
to see you.
So nice to see you, too. 16
Thank you.
Emmys, 1990. Well, actually, you didn't start in 1990. You look like you started last week.
I did, yes. A baby. Yeah, I'm one of the young ones.
That's right. And also, you're a huge advocate of adoption and Wednesday's Child. And the theme this year is helping local kids. What does this mean to you?
Well, first off, let me just say my grandfather was a strawberry farmer.
Okay.
Right, so I'm grateful to be here, and the fact that I'm Grand Marshal, that's really overwhelming to me. You know, part of the journey is sharing the journey with somebody else, so I grabbed my friend Melissa. Squeeze in, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. How you doing?
Hi, good.
All right. How's Christina to ride with?
She's really fun.
All right.
I met Melissa through Wednesday's Child, and here she is being a part of this grand day. Bubbles coming at me, bubbles coming at me. But a real honor to be here, and all that you do for the kids and the organizations trying to make a difference. It really means a lot.
All right. Thanks, Christine.
Thank you.
We'll watch Christine Devine on Fox 11 and My 13, weeknights at 10 and 11. Back to Garth and Allison.
Right behind Christine Devine, we have the Garden Grove Elks, number 1952. They've got some pretty fancy wheels that they're cruising in. It is led by the exalted ruler Henry Rick Ross and First Lady Fran Pisani Ross and Emblem President Cora Bird. The Elks have been serving Garden Grove for 55 years. One of the big things they do is give scholarships to lots of qualified students every single year, and we want to thank them for supporting young people as they move on upward and onward into college.
That's awesome. 55 years, as old as the parade. Find that consistency. The Elks Lodge, boy, there's a beautiful vehicle there. And I believe that is our president of the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival, Mr. Mark Mahoney. A wonderful man. And we're so happy to have him here. And I believe riding along with him is his beautiful wife, Debbie. And Mark has been on the board for over 12 years. And he and his lovely wife have 3 children and 2 grandchildren. Lou's going to catch up with the president of the Strawberry Festival Association, Mr. Mark Mahoney.
Is this a Model T or Model A?
Model T, 1911.
And Mark Mahoney, not only is he the president of the Strawberry Festival Association, but a car nut as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have Model Ts, too.
So how many do you have in the garage?
3.
And I hear that you met your lovely bride. She hitched a ride with you. Is that true?
Yeah, that was on our first meeting.
Yeah? All right.
23 years later, we're still here.
And she's still with you, huh?
Absolutely, and she was president of the festival last year.
All right. So what does it mean for the Strawberry Festival? You got dozens of volunteers to handle this huge crowd, about 250,000 people here. A great job by everybody.
It is. You know, it's phenomenal that we have all the help and the interest that we do in the festival. It's just a great community event. It's supposedly the largest one on the West Coast.
And it is truly, truly a terrific event. 55 years of helping local kids. Mark Mahoney and his lovely family here today in the Model T, a terrific Model T. Garth and Allison, back to you.
Oh, Despicable Me.
Despicable Me from Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment. Despicable Me 2 is coming to theaters very soon, July 3rd. Get ready for the new action comedy. It features the return of the supervillain Gru, his adorable girls, and the unpredictably hilarious Minions.
Oh, they are funny indeed. They are classic. I mean, you gotta look. How could you not like a face like that?
Yeah, with that one eye.
Oh yeah, he sees you. He's hilarious. I love the overalls. Those guys are classic, and kids love Despicable Me, and I'm sure Despicable Me 2 will be another big hit.
You know, I'm looking along the sidelines here, and so many kids waving and smiling, clapping their hands. This is a big deal for all of them, seeing this guy. Oh, here comes one of your favorites, Garth.
Oh, they are back, and for the 4th year in a row, it's the Skate King Skateboard Team All-Star Demo Group, and they were founded by world champion Richie Carrasco, one of the first professional skateboarders from Garden Grove, and he's one of the original Flying Carrasco brothers, made famous in the 1970s doing demos with the Pepsi and Hobie Pro teams, and that was pretty big back in the day. Oh, look at that. Kick flip up onto the deck, and Richie, I believe, set a record, a world record back in the day for 360s on his skateboard, and if I'm not mistaken, it was like 142
Whoa.
continuous spins. So we got some freestyle maneuvers going on. Look at this. Guy's doing some ollies. There's a little nose wheelie, and he's going fakie on that, which is not easy to do. So kind of a reverse hang 10, a heelie, kick flips. But the Flying Carrasco brothers, and you know, you think about the humble beginnings of skateboarding here in the Orange County area and where it is now to the X Games and the incredible radical maneuvers these guys are doing. It's really come a long way, and it's very local.
I got to tell you, as the mother of a young man, now a young man who used to skateboard all the time, I love that they're out here representing with helmets on.
Absolutely. Wear your helmet gear. Mom always said, and one of them's got his helmet cam for his point of view cam.
Woo! Spinners.
Look at that 360. Now, I would get dizzy after 2. We got some guys doing little kick flip, busting an ollie. Look, you can even use your hands and drop it down pretty stylish like that.
Crowd is loving it.
And that looks like Mr. Ed Arnold sitting atop that coach.
There he is. Good eye. Good eye.
Oh, gotta love Ed. He's just a wonderful man.
He's been the co-anchor and managing editor of PBS SoCal TV's nightly news magazine show Real Orange since 2000, and the announcer for Dr. Robert H. Schuler's internationally syndicated Hour of Power, which began way back in 1970. Now, Ed was honored with the 2007 Radio and Television News Association of Southern California's Lifetime Achievement Award. He's also an Emmy and Golden Mike Award winner. This is his 11th year in the Strawberry Festival Parade, and we are so happy to have him each and every time.
He is a wonderful man and a great sports icon here in Southern California. And I believe he made his way to Southern California by way of Texarkana. But he loves those halos. Mr. Arnold's a good friend of the parade.
Okay, here comes Garden Grove's Man and Woman of the Year.
Our Man of the Year is Jerry Newkirk, and our Woman of the Year is Evie Hart. And riding along in a very colorful float this year.
All right, and also on the float are the Tiny Tots and the Senior King and Queen. All kinds of very important people here with the Strawberry Festival on this float.
The Garden Grove Man and Woman of the Year was established back in 1961 and honors a man and woman that have distinguished themselves through active support of community projects, aiding those persons less fortunate, and living in a manner that inspires affection, respect, and admiration. And Mr. Newkirk and Mrs. Hart certainly do encompass those qualities.
These are people that spend so much time volunteering in the community. You know, they're always out there and very active, and you gotta love that. That's one of the great things about Garden Grove. It's an all-American city, people jumping in to help one another, and having celebrations like this.
It's quite an honor for them.
Look at the hat on that Tiny Tot. It's bigger than he is.
The Royal Court.
All right, this is another very important entry in today's parade. These are the service club presidents, and you can see there are a lot of them. I told you Garden Grove is one of those places where people love to volunteer, and so many of these people make things happen. Among the people on there, Gail Knight from Hope, Mallory Vega from Acacia Adult Day Services, Charles Khalil of the Kiwanis Club of Greater Garden Grove, and Connie Margolin of the Seroptimus International of Garden Grove.
Wonderful group. And this is the Garden Grove Business Association, making Garden Grove a great place to live, work, and play.
That it is.
Right along in that convertible Cadillac, white wall tires. Some beautiful cars here today. And I believe that license plate has a reference to Elvis. Elvis JJ.
Okay.
We thank the Garden Grove Downtown Business Association for everything they do, making the city a better place.
Well, and the Main Street area, which has really been turned around over the years, in large part because of the work of these folks. All right, and we're looking at some members of Pacifica High School.
The junior ROTC, and this unit is led by Captain James Ione, United States Navy retired. And the company of cadets today are led by Cadet Commander Alexander Huang and Cadet Command Master Chief Anthony Scott. And these young men are marching proudly.
And one of them is in a wheelchair. That's Benjamin Burns, and his family was featured on the Extreme Home Makeover. So he's a little bit of a local celebrity.
He certainly is. Great to see him out here.
There we've got our Pacifica High School cheerleaders shouting out.
Showing their spirit for Pacific High, wearing their royal blue on this beautiful Saturday in Garden Grove. The 55th annual Strawberry Festival Parade.
All right, here come the Sea Star Pleasure Riders. They are regulars here in the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade. They're out of Whittier. Lindsay is wearing her fancy Western costume, and Pat, who is her mother, is wearing her working Western costume. Kids love seeing these horses as they go down Euclid, down Chapman. Don't see a lot of horses in the streets of Garden Grove anymore.
You certainly don't. Here comes our celebrity co-grand marshal, Mr. James Hong. You know, interesting story about him. He originally was in civil engineering. That was one of his first jobs in the county of Los Angeles. And he first appeared on Groucho Marx's You Bet Your Life back in 1954. And, well, he was instantly bitten by the Hollywood bug, and the rest is history. He started to change his career, and he's never looked back, and he has numerous film roles. And 60 years in the entertainment industry, and he's still going strong. Looks like Lou is catching up with Mr. James Hong.
One of the great American actors, James Hong. He's been doing it since Love is a Mini Splendid Thing all the way to Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
But you're never in the celebrity trash rags, are you?
Well, I'm here at at the Garden Grove Festival. It's great. It's a great day, too. The sun is trying to shine just like we are. You know, we're shining all the way. And we ate a lot of strawberries today.
And you had some strawberry cake yesterday. How was that?
That's true. Wonderful breakfast. And the people are just wonderful here in this town.
And who do you have with you? Who are these lovely?
My daughter, April.
Hi, April.
Hi there.
And my wife, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Hi.
So how has it been married to this wonderful person here?
I'm just trying to keep up.
Do you like him as a bad guy or a good guy?
He's just my husband.
I'm always a good guy. Yeah, it's just my husband. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
So what's next on the docket for you? Where are we going to see you next?
R.I.P.D. With Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges coming out in end of July, and Kung Fu Panda 3.
All right, Kung Fu Panda 3, James Hong. Just reading his resume made me tired. Thanks, James and family. It was good to see you. Allison and Garth, back to you.
Okay, and here comes the Garden Grove High School Band under the direction of Kenneth Norwalk. They are led by Drum Major Douglas Liu, Color Guard Captain Michael Murphy, Color Guard Lieutenant Bernie Nolan, and Percussion Captain Jonathan Gillen. Garden Grove High School Band.
The Argos, Marching Argonauts. And a lot of pride with this group. academically, athletically, the Argos define this community, the high school level, and that football team's had some good success the last few years. They won that CIF championship a couple years back. A lot to be proud of for the Marching Argonauts. Let's listen in. A very popular military hymn, the Wild Blue Yonder.
Let's go, let's fight.
So fitting for this Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, it certainly is.
Halls of Montezuma.
We have some fans of Garden Grove High School out there for sure. Something tells me maybe a few students are in the crowd. Fantastic job by the Marching Argonauts of Garden Grove High School. Well done.
And there we have the Argo cheerleaders.
Yeah, right behind the marching band. It's full of spirit. And the cheerleaders are under the direction advisor Laura Lewis and coach Monica Bowie. The varsity captains are Kaylee Garcia and Jasmine Agapinen. And JV captains are Deja Estrada and Susan Miranda.
Talking about a lot of energy here.
And I think the student section behind them are bringing equal amounts of energy as well and firing up the group down the parade route. There they are. The Garden Grove Unified School District.
All right, this yellow card, Janet Nguyen. I believe that's Janet Nguyen's husband and baby, and she must be walking along the parade route.
She typically does like to take her stroll in our annual parade, and we will see Janet working her way down the parade route. Look at that little one, full of strawberry shortcake.
There she is.
There she
is. She was elected to the Orange County Board of Supervisors in 2011, re-elected in 2008.
She represents the first district cities of Garden Grove, Santa Ana, and Westminster, as well as the unincorporated area of Midway City. Supervisor Nguyen is a former elected member of the Garden Grove City Council and a graduate of Garden Grove High School and the University of California, Irvine. She's an anteater, UCI.
There, it looks like she's got her hands full today. All right, high five, and proud. Yeah.
They love Supervisor Nguyen in this city and throughout the county. And that's great to see her out there with the folks and carrying an extra little loved one along.
That's a workout.
I was gonna say, she might be a little tired by the end of this one.
All right, we got the Norwalk All-City Youth Band coming up right now. Founded in 1975 to help the city of Norwalk in its bicentennial celebration, but you can see they are still around and they are still putting on quite a show.
Love the red, white, and blue. Love the uniforms. Get some tricky work in with the drumsticks there. Well done. Oh, I see a little furry guy right there.
There's your pal.
He is my buddy. There he is, Snoopy from Knott's Berry Farm, and very fitting that he's here at the Strawberry Festival Parade. And you know, Knott's Berry Farm is known for another type of berry, the boysenberry, but we know that Snoopy loves strawberries, so he's out here again this year.
Snoopy loves Girl Scouts too, and the Girl Scouts are coming up right behind him. There he is. Oh, he's dancing.
Yeah, he's got his groove on, and you need to get out to Knott's Berry Farm and head over to Camp Snoopy. They got wonderful rides and attractions. You know, it started off as just a simple berry stand, and now it is a world-class theme park, and I personally love riding the Sidewinder in Camp Snoopy.
Oh, yeah. Do you think, I thought he was doing a little Gangnam Style there.
Was he really? Busting out his moves? He's got his Hawaiian print. He's looking good.
All right. Girl Scouts celebrating 100 years of Girl Scouting in Orange County. They learn life skills and give back to the communities. You can see a lot of smiling faces. They are having a great time out here in the parade today. Girl Scouts are, all, of course, investing in future leaders of Orange County, and we all know them best for those cookies.
I was going to say, Allison, now what is your favorite?
Oh, Thin Mint. My freezer's full of them.
See, now you hit it. They must be chilled. Chilled Thin Mints, and then if they happen just to fall into a bowl of vanilla ice cream, that's even better.
And they last all year.
They're great.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Somebody's getting a little tired.
No, she's just saying, I want a Thin Mint. That's all that was. That's all that was. I love the Girl Scouts. The lovely and very talented Miss California Leah Cecil, a local product. You know, here's a hometown hero here, pride and joy of Garden Grove. She was Miss Garden Grove in 2011 prior to winning Miss California in 2012. And at the competition, it's interesting to note, she was a triple preliminary winner in the talent, swimsuit, and evening wear categories.
Wow. Watch out for this young lady.
Time for Lou to catch up with very beautiful Miss California Leah Cecil.
Well, it's a great day. I'm feeling so nostalgic. I was here as Miss Garden Grove way back in 2011, and here I am as Miss California.
That's right. Your Pacifica Mariners walked by, and you just graduated from Cal State Fullerton.
Yes, go Titans and go Mariners.
And how's the heart plan going?
It's going great. It's been on hold a little bit this year, but I hope after this year it'll be back strong.
And as Miss California, did you get your your beauty pageant legs here at the Strawberry Festival?
I've definitely been eating a lot of strawberries, so that'll help me look good.
That's Leah Cecil, Miss California, and she's our Miss World here at the Strawberry Festival. Allison and Garth.
All right, now we
awesome.
get to hear from Rancho Alamitos Marching Band.
Got those horns going under the direction of Desmond Stevens.
Okay, that's Pat Halberstadt that we're seeing in that vehicle, sitting in the front seat, waving her flag. Pat Halberstadt has been the Chief Professional Officer for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Garden Grove for more than 38 years. This is the largest branch serving children in the entire world, and a lot of it is because of that lady sitting right there.
It's amazing. I believe the Garden Grove Boys and Girls Club serve over 5,000 youth and their families through a variety of services, and they do so much to help the children in the future and invest their time and energy to making a difference.
All right, and these folks are having a great time from the H. Lewis Lake Senior Center. They've got their balloons, and they're ready to roll.
They are. The H. Lewis Lake Senior Center is committed to enriching the lives of the Garden Grove community and the residents by promoting successful aging, making it fun. The center was established over 30 years ago and continues to provide a recreational setting with opportunities to learn, socialize, and obtain assistance with human service needs. The H. Lewis Lake Senior Center, and bubbling fun for those ladies out there today.
Okay, we see the Gardettes coming our way, but before the Gardettes get to us, I think we're going to see one of our favorite clowns here pretty soon. There he is, Skippy D. Clown. He's got Grandma's bloomers in his suitcase. Okay, thank goodness they're blooming flowers, not the other kind of bloomers.
He's been clowning around for over 40 years, and this is his 1400th parade, so that means he's done a lot of parades, over 1,000, my friends.
He says he loves this one the most, though.
That's what I understand, and you can see why.
All right, now we get to see some action from the Gardettes.
Returning for another year are the Gardettes of Orange County. They are a nationally acclaimed youth dance program made up of dancers from the surrounding Orange County communities. The dancers range from ages 3 to 18. A good look at them right there. The Gardettes have proudly represented their community at competitions and performances since 1960s. So this is a veteran organization, the Gardettes.
They perform at all kinds of events throughout the year here in Garden Grove. There's small groups, there's older groups like high school age groups, and they're gonna bust a few moves for us now.
Gardettes dance team.
All right, we got the Garden Grove Fire Department. There's a fire engine coming our way. They're celebrating 55 years of helping local kids. Today we have 2 units from the fire department.
The other one
The one you're
whizzed
looking
by.
at is engine number 1.
Engine 1 of Garden Grove Fire. And those are just awesome pieces of machinery, and you know, when help is on the way. I always say when I hear the sirens, help is on the way, and so thankful for the Garden Grove Fire Department.
All right, the McGarvin Intermediate School Owl Marching Band, and look at these colorful costumes.
Yeah, they're pretty, aren't they? They're under the direction of Lonnie Bissell. The Marching Owls make another appearance in the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade. This group is not only includes 85 members in the band, but 80 members marching in the orchestra. One of the few in the United States, it's a marching orchestra, not a marching band. So they're playing those string instruments. That's kind of rare.
That can't be easy to do either.
No.
Here's your more traditional band.
Yeah, followed up with the marching band, and they are the largest marching group in the Garden Grove School District. McGarvin Intermediate School Owls. Give them a hoot.
Hoot Owls, okay. All right, Senator Lou Correa. His supporters carrying the banner, and there's Lou. Lou lost his whole group, and now he's going around doing some handshaking. Senator Lou Correa.
There he is. We had Supervisor Nguyen, and now Senator Correa walking down the parade route. He's wearing his red. He's got his strawberry red on, feeling good.
Even stopping to pet the dog.
I was going to say, talking to the dog as well. What a guy. What a guy. Looking good. And I believe these are the good folks from the Garden Grove Journal, Don Alexander and Marilyn Tortolano. And the big-time volunteers here with Marilyn and Don, and active in the community with the Garden Grove Journal. And Don, from what I'm told, you know, is quite the sports enthusiast here. When it comes to high school sports, high school athletics, and getting to know our community, Don is the man.
Yeah, and Don is a tireless volunteer in the community. Okay, this is an antique fire truck coming our way from the Garden Grove Historical Society. You know, in 1970, Agnes Stanley donated 2 acres to the Historical Society. There's a house, Arthur's barn, a tank house, and her son Emerson's home were all donated to the Garden Grove Historical Society. If you haven't been over there, it's quite a neat thing to see. Garden Grove's first fire engine, its original cost was $5,800. The engine now today driven by Captain Mike Jacobs.
That's awesome. We saw the modern day engine 1 earlier, and there it was, $5,800. That was a lot of money back then, for sure, for that nice looking engine. Here comes a classic right here, a restored Garden Grove police car.
Looks like something out of Dragnet, doesn't it?
There it is. This is a 1957 Chevrolet Garden Grove police car, and it's owned by former mayor and retired police lieutenant Bill Dalton. And I know you know Mr. Dalton. It's being driven in the parade by his son, Bob Dalton. And I believe in the car there is 15-year-old son Joshua. Well, that boy looks like he's younger. There's Joshua maybe in the back. 3-year-old son Max was right there in shotgun, and 18-month-old Zoe Dalton. So quite the family affair, riding along in the old 57 Chevy. Another one of our celebrities making his way down the parade route. T-Bird, I believe, convertible, and that's Nachi, Ignacio Sandoval, a.k.a. Nachit. and he was born in Zacatecas, Mexico, and relocated here to the States, and very proud. And he's actually on the radio live on Exodus 93.9 FM Monday to Saturday from 1 o'clock to 7 in the evening. His favorite quote he wanted to share: there comes a time in your life when you have to take a chance and try something new. Hard work and dedication and got him here, and he is very proud to be in the parade. Good to see you, Notchin.
All right, and these are some scholarship winners, outstanding ROP students riding on that fire engine. It's an LA fire engine, waving the flag, having a good time. This year, each year, the festival gives cash scholarships to 8 outstanding students from the Garden Grove High School District who proved their academic and community awareness achievements. Those were the 8.
That's awesome. The proud 8, the magnificent 8, the elite 8.
All right.
Here's a celebrity, Karan Brar, from the hit show Jesse on the Disney Channel. I believe he plays the character of Ravi, and my daughter watches the show, and he is a funny young man.
You know, he's got quite a lot of credits under his belt, including Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He began acting when he was just 7 years old after taking classes in Washington and some in LA. He moved to LA, and the rest is history. He became a big success story, has lots of followers, lots of kids. Really enjoy seeing him.
I think between seeing Despicable Me, one of the Minions, and Karan, the kids are happy here along the parade route for sure. Here's the Anaheim Cinco de Mayo, vehicle full of color and pageantry.
Cinco de Mayo.
They are a nonprofit organization started back in 1971. And it's great.
And they're still celebrating, even though Cinco de Mayo was weeks ago.
You got to keep it going. You just got to keep it going and roll, and they're rolling with it, literally, in the parade.
I'm all for that. All right, and I think this is Assemblyman Travis Allen. Travis Allen just recently elected in November to represent the 72nd Assembly District. He is a financial planner by trade, now turned into an assemblyman. Of course, he's all about fiscal awareness and watching where every penny goes. So there he is, riding in a blue Mustang down Euclid.
We appreciate his service. Garden Grove Lodge, number 351, celebrating the family of Freemasonry. And that's the Masonic Lodge. The master of the lodge is Adrian Stower.
The Queen and her court and the master and top officers are all riding in that float. Hey, there's somebody you know a lot about.
Oh, a clown so dear. It's Ronald McDonald. From the bottom of his big red shoes to the top of his bright red hair, he is all heart. Our good friend, Ronald McDonald. Great smile. We've all grown up with him, one of the world's most famous clowns. Good old Ronald McDonald.
Hey, this is a great entry into the parade. For the very first time, the New Orleans traditional Dixieland Band.
Are you feeling it?
I am feeling it.
I love it. Dixieland Band began in the 1800s in New Orleans, and they got their Mardi Gras groove on today. Oh, this is awesome.
These Dixieland bands started doing funeral processions and Mardi Gras celebrations, and now it's just a way to celebrate anything.
It certainly is, and that'll get your toes tapping for sure. Oh, it's a great traditional jazz band right there, and Mardi Gras on the streets of Garden Grove. Feeling it.
Okay,
kind of makes you want to have some gumbo.
Absolutely. And hey, this is where the whole parade gets crazy. This is where the El Bacal Shriners start their madness, and we know that it's going to get crazy now.
It is, and they come in a variety of vehicles, from the buggies to the little Tin Lizzies. We'll see them all, but I love the dune buggies. These are actually really awesome cars, and the group, the Shriners, part of the Shriners International, are members of the Masonic Order and adhere to the principles of Freemasonry, and they're just a great group of guys, and they have a lot of fun. And this, I think they look forward to this day each and every year, to come out here and strut their stuff and have big smiles on their faces.
You know, and they're all about the kids. They're out here to make the kids happy. But what they do the rest of the year is they raise money for the Shriners hospitals and their network of 19 orthopedic hospitals and 3 burn institutes that are maintained by the Shrine. They're always out raising money for these really great causes. People who can't afford to go to the hospital, kids who need surgery, they help them out.
They make a difference in other people's lives and put their heart and soul into it. You can see some of the photos, even along some of the cars of the children. Shriners helping kids daily for life. They really are dedicated, defying the odds. And it's important to recognize the big picture and their purpose.
Okay, so we're seeing the dune buggies now.
Yeah, the dune buggies are coming through.
And they've got their traditional fez hats.
Oh, aren't they awesome?
And the flags.
And the paint jobs, the metallic glitter paint jobs on the dune buggies. I mean, look at that. Looks like something you'd ride at Knott's Berry Farm over in Camp Snoopy on the dune buggy ride.
Okay, there's the Albacall Shrine Clowns.
The clowns riding proudly on that old Ford fire truck.
And you know, the clowns spend a lot of their hours at the Shriners hospitals and the burn institutes just entertaining the kids, and they're out here to do that for us today.
Oh, what great.
It's a shame these guys don't know how to have a good time. And are these the Tin Lizzy? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would just get more fired up about being here. And those are the Tin Lizzies.
Okay, there they are.
Those are miniature Model T cars. There they are. And they are powered by 3 horsepower gasoline engines. And these nobles appear in about 25 parades a year, including 12 that are considered shrine functions. And the captain of the group is the noble Ted Sigerstrom.
They love honking those horns, don't they? Auga.
Auga.
Okay, now this Calliope type vehicle,
Yeah.
It's got the director's staff. And we can see the Sierra Prep Academy Band is headed our way, marching down Euclid right behind the Shriners.
There they are, making their 18th appearance in the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade. They are under the direction of Susan Torrey.
Drum majors Rosa Ortega and Ruby Ramirez. Over 100 members strong, and they're going to be playing La Bamba.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. That's the famous Richie Valens tune. See if we'll get lucky enough to catch the Sierra Preparatory Academy Band's rendition of La Bamba. Well, right now is a lot of La Drumba, but that's okay because they were just marching along and keeping us active, keeping things going on.
So much fun for kids, you know, in high school to be able to march in a band, wave to your family, friends.
You work so hard. The hours it takes in practice to come out and march in parades and do the performances on the fields at halftimes and the shows. Marching bands really put in a lot of work and effort to not only learn the music, but to learn the moves.
Okay, there's Daphne Blunt.
She's an actress, a singer, a writer, and fashion correspondent for Fan La La. I hope I'm getting that correct. She made her first television appearance at the age of 10 on the CBS daytime drama, The Young and the Restless, as a contestant on the Nickelodeon game show, Brain Surge.
She's kind of rocking to the music a little bit.
began her acting career. Oh, now we're back to our La Bamba. I knew they were going to play it. They couldn't leave us without playing. But I think it sounds like Louie Louie.
Yeah.
Versus La Bamba this year. And it certainly is.
Louie Louie.
The Sierra Preparatory Academy Band. They got to go now. Louie Louie. Guys sounded great. And there's Daphne Blunt again. You know, she recently starred as Kayla in the Radio Disney web series My Dream. Daphne also appeared in Nickelodeon's Big Time Rush and released her first pop single, Crush Rush, which reached #1 on the Broad Jam pop chart. She's very talented. I mean, a singer, a writer, an actress.
She does it all.
She does it all.
All right. And now we're looking at some folks from the American Cancer Society marching to help fight back against this horrible disease. They're hoping to raise awareness of the Relay for Life annual event, which is coming up in July at Garden Grove High School.
That's 24 hours that you will never forget, and it really is about depicting 24 hours in the life of a cancer survivor. So Relay for Life, raising money for the American Cancer Society and locally here in Garden Grove. Look at that Sierra McCormick and that hot rod, that orange hot rod with the blue flames. She has starred for the past 3 years as Olive Doyle on the Disney Channel series Ant Farm. Now, Ant Farm, the acronym stands for Advanced Natural Talents. And I always wondered what that was because I'd watch Ant Farm at home with my daughter and I'm like, what does that stand for? Advanced Natural Talents. And she is a very talented young lady.
Oh yeah, she's also been on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Hannah Montana, CSI. She's all over the place.
I believe she won an award, the 2012 Young Artist Award, and also a 2007 Family Television Award. So achieved a lot of success and notoriety at a young age.
All right, and this young lady is Alicia Sixtos. Her credits include Californication, King of the Hill, General Hospital, CSI Las Vegas. What a smile she has for us. And most recently, you've seen her on The New Girl. The first film she worked on, Quinceañera, was a hit at Sundance, and she has been moving forward ever since, getting more and more jobs. Quite a talented young actress.
Absolutely, she is. And she's smiling, beaming with pride here, participating in the parade. Well, we're getting some wonderful celebrities in the parade this year, each and every year. The lineup is awesome. Okay. Oh, your good friends in the green.
I love these people. Oh. There's the CERT team. Ever since, they've been around since 2004. These are the people when there's an earthquake, when there's a fire. These are the folks that when the police and the fire department are tied up, they're the ones who are going to go door to door. They're going to be doing search and rescue. They're going to be helping out with whatever you need. They've got first aid supplies. They've got batteries and flashlights and, whatever we need in those hours and days after some sort of disaster. The CERT team volunteers. They get together on a regular basis and they are prepared for whatever happens.
That's the key. They are prepared to be our first responders until professional help can arrive. And they are pros, well-trained. Sabrina Carpenter riding along.
Yeah, she's a Pennsylvania native and the youngest of 3 sisters. Most recently, she shot the pilot episode of Girl Meets World for Disney, playing Maya opposite Danielle Fishel, Ben Savage, and Roland Blanchard.
In 2010, Allison, her acting took a turn from the stage to television, and after several auditions, Sabrina landed her first acting role, a guest star on Law & Order SVU.
Very talented young lady.
There's Garden Park Elementary School and the Million Word Club. So you guys must know 1 million words. is going to be my guest. At least. That's a lot of words. She's got her favorite book there, Harry Potter. So this is all about reading, the joys of reading, supporting reading. You have to read a lot of chapters, a lot of pages to get to 1 million words.
Absolutely.
And something tells me each and every one of those kids have far exceeded
Look at this
it.
young lady, just blowing kisses to the crowd. This is 6-year-old McKenna Grace. She's been she's a veteran actress, acting since the age of 5.
Hey, veteran. I veteran. Oh, look at that.
She is a cutie. You know, she says she studied Shirley Temple videos.
Oh, my.
And that's where she learned all of her moves.
Oh, my.
Since coming to Los Angeles for Crash and Bernstein in the summer of 2012, she's worked on a number of projects, including co-starring on Fox's Goodwin Games and The Tonight Show. Man, she is hamming it up. She's got the whole star thing down, doesn't she?
You think? It's good. I love it. She has a few pets. Her pet buddy named Pee-wee, 2 Chihuahuas, and one is named Princess Glitter, and the other one Kiwi. How are those unique names? What a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
McKenna Grace, we will see you, I guess, on the big screen soon, making more movies.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. We got some more Shriners here.
This is the Los Nietes Valley Shrine Club, and
they've got their miniature cars.
They got their mini cars, and they're from all over the Southern California area, and they were organized back in 1967 to participate in parades like this all over the United States. And the mini cars are an outreach program in support of the Shriners Hospital for Children. And it's great that they come out again. The joy of the Shriners is just giving. That's where they get their joy. Giving, 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 sharing.
And they provide plenty of joy for all these kids, both in their hospitals and out here in Garden Grove. Kids who are just out here enjoying the parade and watching these guys in their funny cars.
Emily Evan Ray and Savannah Paige Ray riding along.
These two sisters have loads and loads of talent. Emily Ray's most notable TV role was her recurring character, Young Kate, on ABC's hit show Lost. Her most challenging role was on ABC's Private Practice, where she earned greater recognition and won the Young Artist Award. Savannah Paige Ray is best known for her role as Sydney Graham for the past 4 seasons on Parenthood on NBC.
Talented sisters there. Here's Boy Scout Troop 270 working along, and they are sponsored by the Garden Grove United Methodist Church, and is a young troop, only 6 years old, but going strong. The numbers are growing with Boy Scout Troop, or Pack Troop 270, and I believe Boy Scout Troop 75 is out there with them as well.
And now we see the sound waves coming our way.
The Soundwaves, yeah, they're the only homeschool marching band in the West, and they've won many awards across California and continue to attract musicians from all over Southern California. Let's listen in to the Soundwaves Homeschool Marching Band.
Hey! Hey! The Soundwaves.
They're awesome. Under the direction of Don Hallman and drum major Andrew Lee. It's pretty great. A homeschool marching band. You have to think about the dedication.
Okay, and this car is from the AARP Chapter 639 in Garden Grove, celebrating 25 years of giving a voice to the seniors of Garden Grove. Nationwide, AARP has over 40 million members, making it one of the strongest lobbying groups in Congress. Now, of course, AARP stands for the American Association of Retired Persons, something that we have not experienced yet, but I am looking forward to.
Retirement does sound nice.
They meet on the third Tuesday of every month at the Garden Grove Community Center, and all meetings are open to the public. Funny, these don't look like retirees.
I was going to say they have a little time on their hands before they are qualified AARP chapter members, but riding along proudly in that current version of that Thunderbird. I believe this is Christine Martindale from KKGO 95.1. She's been in radio for most of her life and loving every minute of it. And She loves being able to go to work and not feel like she's working. It's a dream come true, she says. She's had an interest in broadcasting since she was in high school. And anytime you can turn a love of something that you started in high school into a career, that's awesome.
You're doing something right.
She tells us some of her favorite artists are Kenny Chesney, Rascal Flatts, and she's a longtime resident of Orange County, enjoying the wonderful experience of living here and working in the #1 radio market, and is thrilled to be part of the Go Country 105 family as well.
All right, and here is the Santiago High School Army Junior ROTC units, led by Battalion Commander Cadet Major Yang. This is the award-winning Santiago High School. They've participated in all kinds of competitions this year, achieving first place awards in several of them. They've also been recognized as an honor unit for outstanding performance. In collaboration with lots of local community service chapters, the program continually seeks to improve the community by conducting organized cleanups within the city and its neighboring middle schools.
That's awesome. And here comes the Long Beach Junior Concert Band. They are in their 61st year as a group and proud to participate in our Garden Grove Strawberry Festival celebration. Long Beach has won over 2,000 sweepstakes over the past 61 years and hundreds of first place awards. So sweepstakes are the highest honor in marching band competition. So this just tells you how talented this group is, and keeping it going each and every year and bringing in the new talent and training them speaks volumes about their success. The band is led by musical director Phil Nakagawa and drum major Lonnie DeQuindo. And we will get an opportunity to listen in to the Long Beach Junior Concert Band, who has the honor of being our final entry in the 55th installment of the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade.
Last but definitely not least.
Absolutely not.
Got the drum majorettes. Now that has got to be hard to do, twirling that baton.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time just carrying one and walking down the street. These girls have put in lots of time and practice. Now remember, this is a junior concert band, so the next level for them will be when they get to the higher levels, and they will be well polished.
Looking pretty good to me right now.
Nice. The marching cadence of the Long Beach Junior Concert Band. Final entry making its way down the parade route at Garden Grove's annual Strawberry Festival Parade. A beautiful look at the streets. A lot of folks out enjoying the sunshine, Allison, and I think we'll probably be heading on down to participate in the fair and go for some rides and probably eat some strawberries.
Eat some strawberries. That's what the Strawberry Festival is all about. That and raising money for children. It's been decades that they've been doing this, and that's what it's all about, is the kids. That wraps up our coverage of the 55th annual Garden Grove Strawberry Festival Parade, and I've got to say, it was a blast.
It certainly was. It is so great to be at this parade. There's so many fun things to see and do and watch, wonderful entries, and I just think it's awesome. 55 years of celebrating local kids here in Garden Grove. It's great.
Thank you. For Garth Wyckoff, I'm Allison Ash. Also, Lou Stower's out along the parade route. We want to thank you for joining us. Have a great year.